Attention please. If you are the driver of the yellow bus with registration number GS 5119-2018 registered, kindly attend to the car as soon as possible. It's urgent. If you are the driver of the yellow bus with registration number GS 5119-2018, kindly attend to it. It's very urgent.
The Super Eagles. This could be it. A chance going to begin. Sunday Joseph. That may not have counted. Looked like an offside. It was a brilliant cross in from Fever Chibuze Izogu. But Sunday Joseph failing to convert. Nigeria happy to possession just around the center circle. Finds player number 7, Sadiq Mohammed. Sadiq Mohammed failing to take his opponent on. The Sudanese winning a free kick in the process. The Sudanese player number 3, Atiki Abiaza, was clearly fouled. An infringement in favor of the Sudanese. There's a second round of games in the men's football competition. The Sudanese are trying to play a through ball. Player number 10, Jawa Amara, was hoping to latch onto that through ball. It's a bit too much on the pace of the ball, and it appeared that the player was in an offside position. That would not have counted. The assistant ref going up right away. We're almost 15 into the first 45 minutes. No goal to Nigeria, no goal to South Sudan. South Sudan trying to ward off any threat from the Super Eagles. A game that Nigeria will be expected to win. But I'm sure the South Sudanese would have a lot to say about this. Ball gifted away. Can South Sudan take advantage of this? Good strike. But well saved. Player number 9 for South Sudan, Ngong Garang, almost giving the Sudanese a lead there, but the finishing a bit poor. Goalkeeper Nathaniel Ikechuku to the rescue. But Nigeria would look to break, and that's a free kick right on the edge of the penalty box in favor of Nigeria. A free kick in favor of the Super Eagles, just outside the penalty box. It was player number 7, Sadiq Mohammed Isayaka, who was hoping to take his Sudanese defenders on, but he was brought down in the position the Super Eagles would hope to take advantage of. Favor Chibueze issuing out instructions and would hope that his colleagues are in the right position for this. Favor Chibueze will be hoping to find any of the Nigerian players in the box. The cross comes in, but the Nigerians failing to take advantage of this. They've got to take advantage of the opportunities that are coming their way if they are to get all 3 points in this game. It was a well-weighted cross, but it's been headed out of touch. By player number 16. Player number 18 for the Super Eagles, Rabiu Abdullahi. You can see what the South Sudanese are trying to do. Try to get the Nigerians on the counter. But the Super Eagles with a lot more experience. The Eagles, sorry. Or the Junior Eagles, if you want to call them that. Is at the 20 side. Coach of South Sudan passing on some instructions to his players. He knows that he's up against a very experienced team. with probably a lot more quality players than his side. The Nigerians trying to take this very quickly, but the referee wants the ball at the right position before it is effective. Suleiman Ibrahima Idris looking to start an attack for the Super Eagles. The Sudanese are hoping to sit back, shut up shop, and take the Super Eagles on a counter. The cross comes in from Sadiq Mohamed Isayaka, but it's been dealt with again by the Super Eagles defense. That was a poor challenge on player number 10 for the South Sudan side, Jawa Mara. They will be very happy to have held the Nigerians for the first almost 20 minutes of the game. And these are some of the moments that they would look to take the game, the Nigerians. A long one in, but it's been headed to touch by skipper Daniel Kulucho Bayemi. Throwing to be effected by player number 3 for South Sudan, Atiki Abiaza. But the ball has been head to touch for a throw-in in favor of the Super Eagles. The attendance at the stadium is really sparse, so you can get to hear clear instructions from the coaches of the two teams as they hope to get something from this game. Just in case you've joined in on our coverage of the 13th African Games, this is the football tournament, Nigeria playing against South Sudan. Nigeria will be expected to win this game, but South Sudan would also hope to give everything and possibly get something from the game as well. Ball goes all the way back to goalkeeper Nathaniel Ikechukwu. Ikechukwu would hope to start another attack for the Eagles. That was poor. He was hoping to find player number 17, Ibrahim Musa, but that ball goes out of touch for a throw-in to the South Sudanese side. Throw-in quickly effected, but the Eagles clear that to safety. We've done just a little under half of the first 45 minutes. South Sudan looking to attack Nigeria from the wings. Anywhere will do for the Super Eagles. They win the ball back in their own half of the pitch and will look to start another attack. Sadiq Mohamed sends in a beautiful cross. He did a wonderful step over before hitting that ball low into the South Sudan penalty box. Player number 19, Sunday Joseph, failing to take advantage of this. Nigeria creating the chances and piling on the pressure on their opponents. But it's one thing to create the chances, it's another thing to take advantage of the opportunities that will come your way. We did see the Ghanaian team in action against Congo last Friday, where they created all the chances, failed to convert any of these chances. We get to see the replay again. It was a brilliant pass, cross, whatever you would want to call it, but player number 19 for the Eagles failing to connect. That could easily have given the Eagles the first goal of the game. Sunday Joseph failing to anticipate that cross. The South Sudanese would have been holding their breath when that ball did going. They would be happy that after almost 22 minutes of action, they've been able to hold Nigeria to a 0-0 drawn game at this point. You have to say they've done well to keep the Super Eagles at bay and in check. A long cross coming, but it's been dealt with by skipper of the team. But it appears that the assistant ref had his flag up, so that would not have counted, even if the South Sudanese had scored. Daniel Kuluchu Bayemi, who is the skipper of the Eagles. Nigeria looking to play from the back, but losing possession. Good hit, but not too much power in this one. From Mario Albano. Not too much power in this. And surely not enough to cause any havoc for goalkeeper Nathaniel Ikechukwu. South Sudan seem to be creating one or two chances. It appears on the back of that pass, maybe a little momentum with them at this point. But again, the assistant flags that, yeah, the replay gives us a better angle. The South Sudanese player was clearly in an offside position. That would not have counted. But South Sudan sending some warning signals. Did the player go down in the box? He did appear to have gone down in the box, but the ref waves a play on. Strike from distance. The ball deflecting off the Eagles player. Probably taking a sting out of that shot. Mario hitting the ball from distance. Well, on another day, South Sudan may have benefited from a penalty in that situation. The player clearly went down in the box. As to whether there was enough in this for a penalty to have been given, the center ref decided otherwise. Nigeria looking to break there. The ball ends up in the hands of goalkeeper for South Sudan, Godwill Sabiu, who is a skipper for his team. The Sudanese very happy to build from the back. But every time they get possession of the ball, they are not able to hold on for long. And possession invariably finds its way to the Eagles. They are clearly the more experienced side. They would have some quality to go with that as well. And we would be expected to pick up all 3 points. But as they always say, football is a very funny sport. And the results may not necessarily go according to the script. 25 minutes of action at the Accra Sports Stadium. No goal to Nigeria, no goal to South Sudan. The fans may not be there to cheer them on to glory. But what they do know is that if they get anything, both teams, if they get anything from this game, they can enhance their chances of qualifying to the next stage of the competition. South Sudan in all white, the Eagles in all green. Well, the Super Eagles refer to the senior team, of course. We've known that. In recent times, they made it to the final of the African Cup of Nations, losing to host La Côte d'Ivoire in the final. They are the 20 team. Who knows, someday these are the lads who will be graduating to play for the senior team, the Super Eagles proper. Godwin Samson bringing down player number 9 for South Sudan, Ngong Garang. And the Sudanese winning a free kick in a very promising area. What would they look to do with this? Would they go short? Would they go long? Okay, trying to be a bit too clever. Mario Albano was trying to be a bit too clever there. Trying to get goalkeeper Nathaniel Ikechukwu by surprise. When everybody thought that he was going to be trying to find one of his colleagues in the box. Well, sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe being a bit too clever with that set piece. Ball goes out of touch for a throw-in in favor of the South Sudanese team. Emmanuel allowing the ball to run and go out of touch. A throw-in in their own half. Quickly taken by Tiki Abiaza. And the South Sudanese side wins a foul in the process. Just in case you are joining our coverage of the football at the 13th African Games, is Nigeria 0, South Sudan 0. A temporary halt to the game with a South Sudanese player number 9, needing some medical attention. Ngong Garang. We get to see the replay of an early opportunity for the South Sudanese. That would not have counted. That may not have counted. A throw-in quickly effected by the South Sudanese. A ball goes out of touch again for yet another throw-in to the team in white. The Sudan is happy to string some decent passes. Cross comes in, but it's been headed away and cleared to touch. The Sudanese enjoying a momentary spell of momentum. Starts up. That should be a foul. And the ref rightly whistles for a foul in favor of the Nigerians. That was a poor challenge. We've done just about 30 minutes of action as Nigeria look to take advantage of this possession. But the Sudanese have regrouped. That should be a foul in favor of the team in white, South Sudan. The referee deeming the challenge to be a bit physical. I thought Sunday Joseph would have hit the ball first time there. And this clearly delayed the cross coming and allowing South Sudan to recover in the process. So a moment of timeout to allow for the players to consume some fluids. It's quite hot in Accra these days. So after 30 minutes, the players get an opportunity to take some fluids. Nigeria will be hoping to get a result in this one. But they know they've got to put in the works and get a result against South Sudan. We get to enjoy some replays in the past 30 minutes as the coach of the Nigerian side tries to pass on some instructions to his players. Coach Boso Insa Ladam. The South Sudanese coach Felix Komoyongi also passing on some instructions to his players. South Sudan, the youngest state on the African continent, hoping to grow in the game. Not too long ago, all of these players may possibly have featured for Sudan. But now we do have Sudan and we do have South Sudan. Nigeria happy to start yet another attack from the own half of the pitch. But the Sudanese recover as always. From a moment I thought that ball was going out of touch for a throw-in to the Super Eagles, but that ball stayed in. Nigeria looking to switch from one side of the pitch to another. Strike from distance. But the goalkeeper saw that all the way. And wasn't going to be bothered by that strike from player number 10, Izuogu. Decent strike from distance though, but not enough to cause that much havoc to his side. Will the Sudanese be able to hold on just like they have done for the last 32 minutes and counting. We've done 33 minutes of action from the Accra Sports Stadium. And apologies for the late start of the commentary. A bit of the technical challenge from the Accra Sports Stadium. We hope to sort that out very, very shortly, where Benjamin William Graham is standing by to bring his commentary on the game. As and when we do connect with the team at the Accra Sports Stadium, they will be assisting us with commentary on the second group game between the Eagles of Nigeria and the South Sudanese side. Another break in the course of the game for medical reasons, of course. It appeared that was a clash of heads. Yeah. The replay is clearly indicating that both players having the feel of it, and their medical teams would assist in the process. It is still no goal to either side after almost 35 minutes of action. It does appear that the two players are good to go, so the referee would restart the game. Izio appears to be okay. Okay to continue with us. For the center ref ensuring that the players probably make their way back to the pitch. Loro was an affected player from the South Sudanese side. Offside. The South Sudanese defense stepping out fairly early, leaving the Nigerian player in an offside position. There. He went a bit too early. You'd have thought that he was going to be looking at the lines before making the move. A bit of inexperience there. He was right on the line with the South Sudanese defense and could have really timed his run. One step too early, costing them in the process. The cross comes in, but to no one in particular. And that's going to be an easy catch for goalkeeper Nathaniel Ikechukwu on any day. The Nigerians looking to up the game at this point. Breaking from the right hand. This should be goal number one. What a chance, Gwana begging. What a chance, Gwana begging. That should easily have been goal number one for the Eagles. It was a brilliant cross. He just could not get his foot in a better position. Another opportunity gone wasted by the Eagles. They've got to find a way of taking these opportunities when they come. I went down a bit too easily there. And no wonder the ref waved the play on. 37 minutes in action. Still no goal to Nigeria. And no goal to South Sudan either. Oh, that's poor. What would Nigeria be able to do with this? One too many touches from the skipper. There are as many as 4 options on the pitch, but the skipper decided to go all alone. Daniel Koluchi Bayemi. He had so many options there. I'm not too sure why he wanted to go for the juggler. But he ends up winning a free kick for his side. In a decent enough position. The question is, can they take advantage of this? The skipper of the South Sudanese team, goalkeeper Godwell Sabiu, instructing his players on the wall, of course. Nigeria winning a free kick just outside the penalty box. Maybe about 25 yards. Will they able to find the target from the set piece and take the lead in this one? Key advantage Nigeria. A strike from distance, but is deflected off the wall for a corner kick in favor of the Super Eagles. Nigeria failing to take advantage of that. It was a quick corner kick cross. The player number 2 failing to connect. Godwin Sampson failing to connect with that cross. And another welcome goal kick in favor of the South Sudanese side. A long one by goalkeeper Godwin Sabiu, looking for the runs of some of his players, but to no avail. But they have an opportunity to start yet another attack. And every time they have the possession of the ball, they appear to lose it a bit too easily to the Nigerians. And the Nigerians are also failing to take advantage of all the opportunities that have come their way in the first 40 minutes of the game. If they want to progress, they need to take these chances. There was a high line there. Abdi Abdullahi failing to spot that. South Sudan in position of the ball at this point. Cross comes in, and that could have easily gone in. That was absolutely horrendous on the part of the Super Eagles goalkeeper. He completely lost his bearings there. But South Sudan failing to take advantage of that. The goalkeeper spilling the ball into the path of the South Sudanese player. If only he had anticipated this, it could have easily been 1-0 in favor of South Sudan. The post denying South Sudan a goal after this horrendous display from the Nigerian goalkeeper. He would have been cursing his stars, Nathaniel Ikechukwu, if this ball had ended up in the net. And you can see the relief on the face of the Super Eagles, of the Eagles coach, Boso Issa. He would have been livid if that had gone in. And I'm sure he would have had some very strong words for the goalkeeper at halftime if it had been 1-0 at the time. But for now though, the ball would not go in. And it's still 0-0 between Nigeria and South Sudan. You've got to credit the East African nation for holding the powerhouse Nigerians. This could be it for them. Another opportunity going to begin. Jawa was clean through on goal. It was a hopeful cross. Didn't look like it was going to cause any havoc. But the Eagles, I'm not too sure what's going on in that defense. Suleiman Ibrahim Idris almost costing his side. The South Sudanese hope to go short with this one. And it'll be a throw-in in their favor after failing to take advantage of that corner kick. That should be a corner, yes. That should be a corner in favor of South Sudan. The Nigerian coach, also, is clearly unhappy with a thing or two that he's seen in the first 3 minutes of the game. Corner to be effected by player number 13, Lumumba Brown. The cross comes in, but it's been headed away for yet another corner. Lumumba Brown to effect a second successive corner kick in favor of South Sudan. Are they going to go short? No. A long one into the penalty box. And again, the Nigerian goalkeeper failing to deal with that. And that's the second time in 5 minutes that he almost gifted South Sudan an opportunity at goal. The South Sudanese know that they are not going to be getting as many opportunities in this game. And I'm sure their instructions from their manager in the second 45 minutes will be clear. These chances are not going to be coming thick and fast, so you've got to take one of these when they come. Maybe, just maybe, these chances will give them some confidence going forward. But this is the danger. This could be goal number one. What a save from the South Sudanese goalkeeper. This looked easy to score than to miss. I just do not know why the two countries are failing to take advantage of the opportunities that have come their way in the first 45 minutes. The 45 minutes are up. There will be 3 minutes of time added on. It's been absolutely poor on the part of the strikers. The player was just onside. Possibly thought that the ball had maybe gone in. But you've got to give a lot of credit to the goalkeeper for South Sudan for saving the situation. Godwill Sabu, who also incidentally happens to be the skipper of his side as well. The South Sudanese side would hope to go into the break with this kind of scoreline, because not too many people would have fancied them against this highly experienced Nigerian side. Credit to coach Bilal Felix Kumayangi for putting together this young South Sudanese side to battle it out with the experienced Nigerians. And the Nigerians are making things very difficult for themselves in this game. The goalkeeper of the team, Nathaniel Ikechukwu, clearly having a very difficult day at the office. It was a back pass. And when you have a look at the replay, you ask yourself a lot of questions about his positioning. He was way over the line and was still hoping to deal with that. The Sudanese side finishing the stronger of the two, but Nigeria looking to break at this point. Can they take advantage of this? Probably the final touch of the first 45 minutes, but then again, that final touch was poor. And the South Sudan will hope to take the Nigerians on the counter. The player number 6 was clearly in an offside position. Daniel Bishok Dang. No. If we had VAR, and if the player had scored, this would have counted. The player was just onside, but the application of VAR is pretty much not here. So we'll go with the decision of the match officials. The flag went up quite early as well. The referee whistling for an offside in favor of the Nigerians. Just a few seconds before the end of the first 45 minutes. And the ref signals for the end of the first 45 minutes. No goal to Nigeria. No goal to the South Sudanese side. Both the teams have had opportunities to have at least taken the lead in this game, but squandering all the opportunities that have come their way. The South Sudanese side quickly making their way to the tunnel. The Nigerians would have a word or two with themselves on the pitch before they make their way into the tunnel. The coach sharing a word or two with his players, and we would hope that they come back strongly for the second 45 minutes. Half time at the Accra Sports Stadium. Nigeria 0, South Sudan 0.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
You like no other.
you are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. Me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. Indomie. You like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie. Thank you, Mommy. I love my Indomie.
There's a place where dreams come alive, where the rhythms of the land fill the air. Come and join us on this beautiful journey. Experience the African dream. From Savannah to the deep blue sea. Feel the heartbeat.
From every corner of Ghana, voices unite in a resounding call. The time is up. The African Games 2023 comes to our shores. Join us as we celebrate the unity of our continent through the power of sport. Experience the African dream.
Hi, this is GBC Client Service.
Hello, thank you for calling.
GBC provides you the platform to amplify your brand reach. When you advertise on our 7 TV channels
And 18 regional and district radio stations across the country.
please reach our sales department at sales@gbcghanaonline.com and telephone numbers 0303 959604 and 0303 959605.
For all customer care issues, reach us by email care@gbcghanaonline.com and on telephone 030-3959-605 and 030-3959-606.
GBC is still the most authentic voice.
There's a place where dreams come alive, where the rhythms of the land fill the air. Come and join us on this beautiful journey. Experience the African dream. From Savannah to the deep blue sea. Through the heartbeat of this land so free. Nature's beauty reigns supreme. Experience the African dream. Africa, experience the African dream. Experience the African dream. Experience the African dream. Yeah, we are strong and beautiful, rich in every way. From the east to the west, north to the south, all around this beautiful land. Africa, experience the African dream. So let us embrace this sacred place with open heart and a sense of praise. Experience the African dream so divine, forever in our hearts and minds. So let us embrace this sacred place with open hearts and a sense of praise. Experience the African dream so divine, forever in our hearts and minds. Africa, experience the African dream. Experience the African dream. Experience the African dream. Yeah, we are strong and beautiful, rich in every way. From the east to the west, north to the south, all around this beautiful land. Africa dead, Africa dead, show them. Africa dead, Africa dead, Africa dead. Experience the African dream. There's a place where dreams come alive, where the rhythms of the land fill the air. Come and join us on this beautiful journey. Experience the African dream. From savannah to the deep blue sea, feel the heartbeat of this land so free. Nature's beauty reigns supreme. Experience the African dream. Africa, yeah. Experience the African dream. Experience the African dream. Experience the African dream. Yeah, we are strong and beautiful, rich in every way. From the east to the west, north to the south, all around this beautiful land. Africa fair. Experience the African dream. So let us embrace this sacrifice. Open heart. Africa dead, Africa dead, show them. Africa dead, Africa dead, Africa dead. Africa dead, Africa dead, show them. Africa dead, Africa dead, Africa dead. Experience the African dream. There's a place where dreams come alive. Africa dead, Africa dead, show them. Africa dead.
And through sports. Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
You like no other.
you are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. You like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie. Thank you, Mommy. I love my Indomie.
This advert is FDA approved.
We go again for the second 45 minutes from the Accra Sports Stadium. Nigeria up against South Sudan. Let me just run you through the players who are starting for both teams in this game. Nigeria has a starting 11 of Nathaniel Ikechukwu Nwosu, Godwin Ime Samson, Daniel Daga, Haruna Aliyu, Daniel Bayemi, who's the skipper of the team, as the Nigerians look to attack their opponents. Can they make something out of this? But again, the South Sudanese clear their lines. Massing up in numbers in defense anytime they lose possession of the ball, and trying to attack in droves as well. You can see what they're trying to do, play the high line right at the start of the second half. They've got to watch the pace of the Super Eagles if they are to be playing the high line so early in the game. Strike from distance from player number 20. But that goes out of touch for a goal kick in favor of South Sudan. Suleimani Ibrahim Idris striking the ball from distance there, but way out of touch. Goalkeeper Godwill Simon Sabiu organizing his players before probably launching one long one up the pitch. A long one into the Nigerian territory, but clearly Sunday Joseph was in an offside position. They've got to be watching the lines. Both teams guilty of straying into the offside position a number of occasions. Still no goal to either side. Nigeria looking to build from the back. Ibrahim Musa Abdullahi on the left-hand side of the Nigerian team. This could be the first goal for Nigeria. And again, opting to go with the wrong decision. He should have hit the ball first time. Just hit that ball first time. I'm not too sure why he wanted to take on. He could have hit the ball here, and from that distance, Sunday Joseph could have easily scored the first goal for the Nigerians. Well defended by the Sudanese. The goalkeeper to the rescue, but Nigeria looking to create another chance again. It appears they are going all out in the second 45 minutes and hope to get a goal. An early goal, of course, to unsettle their opponents. Nigeria looking to build from wide areas. The cross would come in. Skipper Daniel Kolocho looking to be a bit too clever there. They've got to try and do the simple things and not complicate things. Just do the simple things and not complicate things. Trying to be too intricate every time they do have possession of the ball. That will not lead to goals. They've got to do the simple things when they find themselves in the attacking third. If they would want to take on everyone and walk the ball into the net, that may just not happen. And we've seen the situation one too many in so many games, where a team that keeps on squandering the opportunities that come their way are punished at some point in a game. Nigeria would hope that South Sudan do not get to punish them at some points. Baemi backing out some instructions to his colleagues. If there is any weak spot in this Nigerian side, it is the goalkeeper. He's not demonstrated enough confidence in post for the Eagles. Nathaniel Ikechukwu. He's not demonstrated a lot of confidence at all. There's 11 corners in this game. Corner kick number 7 to South Sudan, but goes all the way to goalkeeper Nathaniel Ikechukwu, who launches a long one forward. But that was a foul. That was a foul by player number 7, Sadiq Mohammed Isayaka, on player number 3 for South Sudan. End-to-end action at this point. We've done 50 minutes of action, still no goal to Sudan, no goal to Nigeria. Both teams going for it now. But of course, they would have to be very careful anytime they mount an attack. They've got to be extremely careful anytime they mount an attack, because they could leave gaps at the back which could be exploited by their opponents. And that's what you would want to avoid when you go on the offense. South Sudan looking to build a winner free kick after player number 13 has brought down Lumumba Brown. Brought down and wins a free kick for his side, South Sudan. Looks like we're going to be having an early substitution. Nigeria making a substitution. Player number 11, Kehinde Ibrahim, has come on for player number 19, Sunday Joseph. And player number 18, Rabiu Abdullahi, is coming off for player number 9, Charles Agada. So Charles Agada has been introduced. Would he be the one to get the goals for the Super Eagles? Kehinde Ibrahim has also been introduced at the expense of player number 19, Sunday Joseph. With that kind of height from goalkeeper in Wosu, Ikechukwu in Wosu, that was not going to be beating him on any day. He launched a long one forward, but skipper Bayemi could not deal with that. South Sudan happy to string passes together at this point. That should be a free kick. Rightly so, called in favor of the South Sudanese by the match referee. He dummied the Nigerian brilliantly there, but it was not allowed to carry on. And that's why he gets the foul to his advantage. The Sudanese would hope to launch a long one and get some of their players to connect with us, but it's been headed away. The Nigerians were looking to break, but the referee has halted that and whistled for infringement in favor of the South Sudanese side. Not exactly too sure what the Nigerian did wrong there. I thought it was just a case of upper body strength and nothing more. Well, the referee is in charge. He decides on these things. Our views would obviously not matter at this point. Not a very encouraging crowd. So you can hear all the comments by the two coaches and the instructions that they're passing on to their players. That was a poor touch by player number 6, and that will be a booking. That should be a booking. That was clearly deliberate, preventing the Nigerians from starting an attack. And that was clear and obvious. That should have been a booking. That should have been a booking. For whatever reason, the ref only giving a warning to the Sudanese player. The cross would come in, but it's been headed away, but it's headed right into the path of a Super Eagle, as an Eagles player. Player number 10 brought down in the process. Favor Chibueze Izugu. Cross comes in, but has been well dealt with by goalkeeper Godwell Sabiu. Well, he was not going to be losing out on this. He spilled it, but got a reaction save to deal with that. It does appear he has a problem. And of course, the goalkeeper is the only one who can be treated for up to 10 minutes. And if for any reason he can't continue, then a substitution would have to be made. He's holding the right thigh. I'm not too sure what exactly went wrong with that cross that came in. He appeared to have caught that ball fairly well. Unless, of course, he was carrying an injury prior to this game. Unless he was carrying an injury prior to this game, he would get some medical attention on the pitch, and that would also give the South Sudanese technical team to pass some instructions on to their players. It's always very important to take advantage of situations like this and pass on an instruction or two. It does appear that the goalkeeper is good to go, so game would restart as we hit the 57th minute mark. Goalkeeper Sabiu appears all right. The Nigerians would know that they've got to up their performance if they are to pick up all 3 points in this game. You need results to progress. And any team that wins this game will put themselves in a very, very good position to qualify to the next stage of the competition. The ball goes out of touch for a throw-in, clearly affected. It's been cleared to safety again by the South Sudanese defender for yet another throw-in, but it's been cleared to touch by the Sudanese. They're a bit whistle happy here, but you can't blame him. The assistant ref had the flag up. I'm not too sure what the kind of infringement he's called for. Just outside the center line in favor of the Eagles. That was a poor pass. Can South Sudan take advantage of this on the counter? Can they take advantage of this? But timely interception there. Fantastic interception by player number 4 for the Eagles of Nigeria. If that ball had gone all the way to the South Sudanese player, who knows? The Nigerians could easily have been a goal down. Daniel Daga. What a clearance. Timely intervention that. And again, it does appear that these offensive players of both sides clearly are not watching their lines when they make the move. I just wonder how many offsides we've had in this game already. It's been loads. Maybe one of them would be lucky at some point, beating that offside trap. But at this point, both of them are falling foul of that. Silva effects this throw-in. The skipper of the South Sudanese side in the Lama 11 shirts, looking to pass the ball among themselves just outside the center circle. The Nigerians choose to go wide in South Sudanese territory. That should be a foul. That should be a foul and possibly a booking as well on the 60th minute mark. No goal to Nigeria, no goal to South Sudan. That should be a booking, possibly. Player number 7 for the Super Eagles brought down there. The referee adjudging that to be a foul. Sadiq Mohammed brought down strongly by player number 3 for South Sudan, Atiki Abiaza. It appears the game is getting to both set of players at this point. We still have 30 more minutes to go. And players of each team feeling some cramps and needing some medical attention. Player number 4 for Nigeria, Daga, needs some medical attention. He's all right. He looks good to go. that there's a South Sudanese player on the turf who needs some medical attention. He will be treated temporarily on the pitch, and if he needs extensive treatment, then the medical team would have to get him off the pitch. We get a recap. One of those early opportunities in favor of Nigeria. Maybe a bit of naivety and inexperience on the part of Sunday Joseph. He could have hit that ball first time. And if he had hit that ball first time, who knows? It could have been advantage Nigeria. Silva is up, but would have to get out for some medical attention. It does appear that there's another South Sudanese player on the pitch who needs some medical attention. The game being temporarily halted. "62 minutes of action, and the other coach of the South Sudan team, he will be very, very happy to see his side holding the Eagles after 60 minutes. I'm sure there's a game that many would have thought that the Nigerians were easily going to be running over their opponents. Well, that has not happened. These days, like they say, there are no minnows in football. So you don't just draw a conclusion on paper that on the strength of Team A or the strength of Team B, one of them would get a result. These days, you've got to put in the work. The effort is not enough. It's all about the results. And teams are working very, very hard indeed to ensure that they get results anytime they step out there on the pitch. The free kick will finally be taking is planned in favor of the Eagles of Nigeria. Will they get that early lead that they've been craving for? They've got to find a way of putting the ball at the back of the net. Are they going to go short? Are they going to go long? Is it going to be an swinger? Is it going to be an out swinger? As many Nigerian players in the box, the cross comes in, but it's been headed out. Clearly the Nigerian players were in an offside position. That would not have counted if the ball had gone in. Agada was come on in the second 45 minutes. The technical team may be looking for him for goals for the Nigerians. He was clearly in an offside position. So if that ball had gone in, chances are that it wasn't going to be counting as a goal for the Eagles of Nigeria. There's the 13th African Games live here in Accra. A number of sporting disciplines. Again, if he had hit the ball first time, that should be a pen. Well, the referee thought otherwise. It could have been awarded by another ref. Nigeria looking to take advantage of that, but it's been well defended by the South Sudanese again. It appeared that the fans at the Accra Sports Stadium were rooting for a penalty for the South Sudanese side. But the match ref thought otherwise as Nigeria looked to cause havoc. Was that a pen in favor of the South Sudanese player? You can judge yourself. The referee was very close to the action. Very, very close to the action. He decided against awarding a penalty to the South Sudanese side. We've done 65 minutes on the clock. The South Sudanese effecting two quick substitutions. Player number 17 coming off. Player number 17, Jacob Kowal, coming off for Christopher Ngon, who was young at the back of his jersey. And player number 3 is off. Player number 12. 2 very quick substitutions by South. Atik Abiaza is off. He was the player who was stretched off. And it does appear he's not in the position to make a return. That was very much speculative. Trying to catch everyone unawares. Agada. Very speculative. He probably had noticed that goalkeeper for the South Sudanese side, Sabiu, had made his way out of his post and tried to catch him by surprise. But clearly that did not work. We've done 66 minutes of action, still no goal to Nigeria and no goal to the South Sudanese side. There's this football at the All African Games, or the African Games they call it these days. Earlier today we brought you some action from wrestling. We brought you some action from the Aquatic Center, a number of finals and heats, a number of medals. A strike from distance. The goalkeeper appeared to have seen that all the way and probably was not perturbed by that. It was a good strike, but always going away from the post. Decent strike if you ask me. Sometimes when you can't seem to work your way out into your opponent's half, you try some shots from distance and see how it goes. Nigeria hoping to create a chance or two. Daniel Daga looking to feed on that. The coach of the Super Eagles applauding that effort though. If they are going to be doing more of this and try to create opportunities out of nothing, sometimes you get lucky and 1 or 2 may go in. But it does appear that both teams are trying to work the ball into the net. A bit of naivety and inexperience in the final third when they are in possession of the ball. Sometimes you can't wiggle your way through an entire defense. If you can strike the ball from distance, who knows? And clearly the Nigerian goalkeeper has shown that he's a bundle of nerves sometimes. And yet another South Sudanese player ends up on the turf. And I'm sure it's medical attention. Yet another player from South Sudan on the turf. I'm not too sure what exactly the problem is that has led to a conversation between the Nigerian players and the South Sudanese players. It does appear that they are not happy about an attack on one of their players. The replay should help us. Skipper Abayemi is not happy about something. He's barking out instructions to his colleagues. He's a leader on the pitch, and he would want his colleagues to keep themselves grounded and hope to find a winner from nothing. The Nigerians, I bet, would have had a lot more ball possession in this game. But there's one thing having all the possession, it's another thing converting these opportunities and possession into chances. They've created a chance or two, but creating chances is not enough. When you create the chances, you've got to bury them. And the Nigerians have failed to bury those opportunities. That ball did not go out of touch. But goalkeeper Sabiu to the rescue, as always. A moment of miscommunication there between the two Nigerian players. A brilliant through ball there. That was poor. Evenly, he had the intelligence to hit that ball across Jawa. The moment probably got to him a bit. He should have just shot across, but he went for the wrong option. The game opening up very much now. And if only one of these guys could take advantage of these opportunities. 71 minutes of action. Still no goal to Nigeria. And still no goal to South Sudan. Nigeria have had a total of 12 attempts. But what their coaching staff will be very, very disappointed about is their failure to convert all of these chances into something. You've got to say, though, that the South Sudanese team have been very, very impressive today. They have created a fair bit of chances on their own. But then again, inexperience has led to a situation where they have failed to take advantage of those opportunities. Player number 7 goes down under a challenge from a South Sudanese player. The referee rightly awarding a free kick in favor of the Nigerians. We should be seeing another set of substitutes make their way to the pitch. Loro and Evans. It will be interesting to see who they are coming in for, as Nigeria prepare to take this free kick. Favor Chibueze, standing right by the ball, playing the number 10 shirt. He will look for options in the box. But again, that was poor. Straight to the goalkeeper, Sabiu, who launches a long one forward, trying to catch the Nigerians on the counter. Can the Sudanese take advantage of this? They do have possession of the ball. I thought that foot was up. Nigeria looking to counter. They are players now. It was 3v4. As many Nigerians now making their way to the box. The ball has been headed out, and that will be a throw in favor of the South Sudanese side. The substitution will be made right about now. Oladunjoye, player number 14, coming on for player number 10. Player number 14 for Nigeria coming on for player number 10. 2 quick substitutions. The South Sudanese also effecting 2 substitutions of their own. Player number 13 out for player number 18. Two very quick substitutions are from both parties. Player number 18 is now on for South Sudan. That should be a foul. Rightly so by the ref. The Eagles player brought down in the half of the South Sudanese side. We've got a little over 15 more minutes and time added on to go. Who is going to be blinking at this point? It gets to that point where both teams may just be happy with the draw. Well, we'll see. Player number 5, Joseph Haley, has come on. Evans Kumba has also been introduced for Lumumba Brown. Another break for the lads to get some fluids. These days, when the weather is this hot, the players have an opportunity to refill. There's a temporal break. And of course, it's not just a water break, but it's also an opportunity for the coach to pass on an instruction or two. You can see the Super Eagles coach. He's been screaming, the Eagles coach, sorry, he's been screaming a lot of instructions to his players. The referees themselves need some fluids. It must be very hot there at the match venue. All the players are all right. They are pros and they can manage this for another 15 minutes. Goalkeeper in Woshu. He's not had the best of days at the office. If only the South Sudanese side had taken advantage of some of the opportunities that came their way, the scoreline could have been completely different. it's fair to say that the Nigerians have had their chances of their own, but have failed to take advantage of all of these chances. A throw-in quickly effected. Was that a clash of heads? Loro getting into player number 20, Idris, who would surely needs some medical attention. Well, it does appear that both of them are okay to continue, so the game would restart. A throw-in to be effected by player number 12 for South Sudan. Ball being cleared to safety. What has the referee given? Oh, interesting. The referee has given a penalty in favor of the Nigerians, and the South Sudanese are livid with the decision. Well, you've got to make up your mind on this one. And there's no VAR for this game. So once the referee has given a pen, it's not going to be reversed. The decision is going to stand. Never mind the protestations of the South Sudanese side. Was that a pen? We should get to see some replays again. I'm not aware of any VAR here, so the pen would surely go ahead as planned. I'm not aware of a VAR being used for the football competition, so the penalty would stand. Never mind the protestations of the South Sudanese players. The match official speaking to the South Sudanese players, and the speaker Luru. The goalkeeper Sabiu is clearly unhappy about something. Well, we are not too sure what exactly the technical staff is protesting, but once the penalty has been given, it's not going to be reversed. The only way it will be reversed if there was a VAR, and then the referee may have been sent to the monitor to go have a look. But he does appear to have made his mind up on this. Once the Nigerian player went down, he pointed to the spot. The South Sudanese clearly unhappy with the decision to award the penalty, and the fans at the stadium are booing the Super Eagles player. I'm not too sure whether all of them are fans of South Sudan. Once the decision was given, it was not going to be reversed. 79 minutes of action. Can Nigeria score with 10 minutes to go? Can they take advantage of the sport kick? Or the South Sudanese goalkeeper Sabiu would have a lot to say about this. Player number 7 behind the ball. Would he score? And he does. And he does. And he goes with a Cristiano Ronaldo celebration. Sadiq Isiaka. He goes to celebrate with his head coach. Absolutely no chance for the South Sudanese goalkeeper. He picked the spot brilliantly into the roof. No chance for the goalkeeper. A brilliant penalty. The goalkeeper had absolutely no chance with this. And if this game stays this way, the South Sudanese will be livid. Are they still protesting the decision? Are they still protesting their decision? There's a Nigerian player in the post of the South Sudanese. How did he end up there? And he's hit his own player. Now how did the Nigerian player end up in the nets? Because once the penalty was done, they only had to move to the outside of the pitch. Isayaka would shed a tear or two. I'm not too sure how the Nigerian player ended up at the back of the net after that penalty. At this point, there was no Super Eagles, no Eagles player in the shots there. Isayaka going ahead to do the Sue. Akin Cristiano Ronaldo. Something is clearly wrong, and the fans are booing the referee. The fans are booing the referee. He's been decent until awarding that spot kick. The South Sudanese now have 8 minutes and time added on if they are to get anything from this game. I'm sure they are going to be throwing as many more men forward and hope to at least get an equalizer from this one. The ball goes out of touch for a throw-in to the Super Eagles, who will now decide whether they're going to be managing the game or whether they're going to go in for a second and kill any hopes of the South Sudanese in getting back into this one. Is that an offside? Yes, the flag has gone up. The flag has gone up. Nigeria take the lead after 81 minutes with a pen. It does appear that as many of the fans here are rooting in here are rooting for the South Sudanese side. The referee has done just about enough to keep the cards in his pocket. But he flashes one to the Nigerian skipper, Bayemi. Despite his protestations, Daniel Bayemi, the skipper of the Eagles of Nigeria, gets into the books of the match ref. Well, he appeared to have won the ball. And it does appear that's what the coach of the team is saying there. South Sudan have as many as 7 players in the box of Nigeria for the set piece. That was poor. That was really poor on the part of the skipper. Going for glory when he could have found one of the 7 players in the box. He was never going to score from there. He was never going to score from there, Loro. He should have just whipped that ball in, and maybe, just maybe, that would have found the heads of one of the South Sudanese players, and then they could have clawed themselves back into the game. Nigeria would still be happy to be leading by a lone goal with 5 minutes and time added on to go. But South Sudan would press and hope. Did that ball go out or did that stay in? It does appear that it did go out. Player number 7 for South Sudan failing to hold on to that. Goalkeeper in Wosu will be very happy to let some precious seconds pass by. And once you have the lead with just a few minutes to go, you would have situations like this. The Nigerians will look at managing the game. South Sudan pressing at the points. Is he offside? No. The cross comes in, but it's been dealt with by player number 2 for the Eagles, Godwin Sampson. South Sudan pressing for the equalizer at this point. The cross comes in, but again has been cleared to safety by the Eagles of Nigeria. The South Sudanese would have to be careful about getting so many players in offense, because the Nigerians could take them on a counter and possibly score a second goal, second insurance goal if you like. And it will be game, set and match really if the Nigerians do score a second goal. But as long as it's 1-0, South Sudan would believe that they stand a chance of possibly getting like an equalizer in this one. We've done 87 minutes of action already. 3 minutes and time added on to go. South Sudan will be hoping that there will be a lot more minutes to be added on. And then would hope to see if they can get an equalizer. We've done 87 minutes of action. The Eagles of Nigeria leading by a lone goal. Oh, now that is completely unacceptable from the South Sudanese player. He thought that the Eagles player was deliberately delaying the restart of play. He also suggested take the ball. That was unnecessary. That was absolutely unnecessary on the part of the South Sudanese player. Just play the whistle and go for the ball. This was very unnecessary there. Elsewhere, that could have been a booking or even a sending off offense. This is not what is going to get you the equalizer. You need to create that opportunity. And goalkeeper Nwosu Okechukwu can't afford to waste some very precious seconds, as we almost hit the 90th minute mark. The Nigerian player has been clattered at the back, so to win a free kick. Now that was a handball. What are the Nigerians going to do with this one? Are they going to go long? Or they will be very happy to keep possession at this point? That's a brilliant through pass there. And what has the referee whistled for? An infringement in favor of South Sudan, who will look to start a quick counter-attack. They need to move the ball and move it quickly. That was absolutely poor. That was absolutely poor by Loro. Absolutely poor. And that has a way of deflating your colleagues. The 90 minutes are up. How many minutes of time added on are we going to be playing for this? The 90 minutes are up. We wait to see how many minutes of time will be added onto this. That was a very strong challenge. Five minutes of time added on will be played. And we are almost halfway through one of the minutes, but South Sudan will look to break. They will look to break. They do not have the numbers to go with us though. Goalkeeper Ikechukwu Nwosu. We'll try some game management here. The South Sudanese have given it everything, absolutely everything, to get a result in this one. Are we going to have a late twist to this game? That was clever on the part of the Eagles player. Just hitting the ball against the South Sudanese player to win a throwing there and waste some very precious seconds as well. It's all game management at this point. Just manage the game, pretty much. Skipper Bayemi, he's had a decent evening. Sends a long one in. Has been clear to touch by the South Sudanese. That should be a foul. The throw-in has been given, rather. Will Nigeria look to finish out the game now? Loses possession of the ball, and South Sudan again he loses possession of the ball. Inexperience and naivety causing these players sometimes. South Sudan pressing for the equalizer, but it's just not going according to plan for them. They found themselves in decent positions, but Nigeria will look to break with this one. Will they score that all-important second goal? That was absolutely poor. That was so poor on the part of this Nigerian player. Turned the defender so brilliantly there and had all the time to pick his spots. Dagger. He had all the time to pick his spots there. He's blown this away. Absolutely ridiculous. Even he can't believe this. Is that a foul? Yeah, that's a foul in favor of South Sudan. They do not have too much time on their side. They do not have too much time on their side. If they're going to score, they've got to score now. If they are going to score, they've got to score now. This might just be the last chance. Time is almost up. Time is almost up. Time is almost up. This could be the last shot. That should be a foul. That should be a foul. And this could be the last attempt at goal by South Sudan. This could be the last attempt at goal by South Sudan. That was a poor challenge from the Eagles. They've got to take advantage of this. It's now or nothing. It's now or nothing. They've got to take advantage of this. It's now or nothing. There will be wild celebrations if South Sudan are able to get something out of this. F, of course. Whoever is going to be taking this on behalf of the South Sudan team has got to be very clever with this. That was ridiculous. Nigeria edging this out. That was a wasted opportunity. I'm not too sure why these players almost always want to go for glory when it's a team sport. But the Nigerians will not care. They've been able to get that all-important winning goal. The Nigerians will not care. They get that all-important winning goal from the sport. Never mind the protestations of the South Sudanese side when that penalty was awarded. There was never a chance that we're going to be having a video review of that. And the coaching staff of South Sudan clearly unhappy with the performance of the match officials. And the match officials being booed there. The match officials being booed there. The match officials being booed. Clearly unhappy with the decision. The fans unhappy with the decision to award the Nigerians that penalty. It looked soft from the replays. It looked very, very soft in my opinion. But once the referee awarded that, he was not going to change his mind, especially with no VAR here. He was definitely not going to change his mind. So honest to Nigeria from the Accra Sports Stadium. Nigeria 1, South Sudan 0, and we get to see the stats at the end of 90 minutes of action. 58% ball possession for Nigeria to 42 for South Sudan. 14 attempts at goal to 11 against their opponents. 4 attempts on target each. A number of corners in the game as well. Senegal also surprisingly losing to Uganda. Nigeria defeating South Sudan. So what that means is that Uganda have won all 2 games that they played in the competition so far. Let's get a post-match interview.
But very good game and very bravery from your players.
Yeah, indeed, it was a good match. I like the way our players did, because they fight up to the end. But unfortunately,
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding